In today's video, I'm going to be combining multiple images in Midjourney to create some really cool results using the blend tool. So to get started with blending images in Midjourney, the first thing we're going to need to do is create a couple images to blend. So I'm going to start by doing / imagine. I'm going to say a portrait of an elderly man. I'm going to also say imagine a synthwave astronaut in a desert, and I'm going to say imagine an abandoned neon street. Okay, so we have our results for each of these, and I'm just going to go ahead and upscale one of each of them, and we're going to roll with those. Alright, so we've got our upscaled versions of each image, and we're just going to repeat this process for each one. We're going to click on it, click open in browser, and then just go ahead and click save image as, and then save it wherever you want to have it on your computer. And just do that for each image. Okay, so we've got our images saved, and now instead of doing / imagine, we're going to start blending, and we're going to do / blend. And so you'll see there's a couple different options. There's a total of 6. For the first example, we're just going to go ahead and upload 2 images. So let's upload the portrait of the elderly man and also the synthwave astronaut. And all you have to do, / blend, click on those 2 images and let Midjourney do the rest of the work. Alright, and you can see right out of the gate, these are some really nice results that we have here, and you can see how it blended those 2 images together really well. So let's look at some more features of the blend tool, and we're going to say / blend. And so you can see there's a total of 6 options, so you can actually upload 5 images, and then you can also change some dimensions. So for the second example, let's go ahead and we're going to select the synthwave astronaut, and this time we'll select the neon street, and let's go ahead and change the dimension. So unlike just creating in regular Midjourney version 4 where you can set a bunch of different aspect ratios, in this example with the blend tool you only have 3 options. So you can do portrait, square, or landscape. So we'll just go ahead and select landscape, and that's going to set it to a 3:2 aspect ratio. So we will go ahead and send this and see what we get. Awesome, so we got our result, and this one looks super cool, and you can see it is a landscape photo that is in the aspect ratio of 3:2. So we're getting some really great results so far. So let's take one more look at one of the features of the blend tool. So we're going to say / blend, and like I said, you can upload up to 5 images, and so in this case we just created 3, so we'll upload all 3, but let's see what happens when we do that. Alright, so we've got our 3 images in there, and we will go ahead and send this. Okay, so this is our result here, and this is pretty cool. Just going to open it up a little bit larger. You can see the astronaut aspect was lost a little bit in here, so it mostly you see the old man, you see the abandoned neon street, and you do see the desert, but not as much of the astronaut. But overall, still some really cool results. So and you can try that, like I said, up to 5 images. So if you have more reference images that you want to blend, this is a great tool to do that with. So now I do want to talk about some of the limitations of the blend tool that I found. And the biggest limitation that I found is when you upload an actual photograph and you try to work with that. So just to show you real quick, I want to give you an example. So I found a couple images on Unsplash. So once again, we're going to do / blend, and so I found this portrait image that has a transparent, or not a transparent, but a blank background, and then I also found this landscape photograph I think it's somewhere in Europe. So we're going to go ahead and blend these two together, and I've played around with this a little bit before, and you'll see where it kind of has some limitations here. Okay, so you can see at first glance it does look like they placed the man on the background, but once you look closely you can see the facial features look way off, and it just didn't quite turn out right. So unfortunately that is one of the limitations of the blend tool, and I think as we continue to see Midjourney improve, this is probably a feature that I imagine will be improved. So just one last quick tip: if you do want to create this kind of combined image with two actual photograph reference images and not something you created in Midjourney, here's a quick tip on how to do that. So rather than using the blend feature, we're going to do /imagine, and because we already have these uploaded from the last time we sent it in, we're just going to select these two images, copy those links, we're going to paste them in here. And the way that I've found that works to create something that actually looks realistic, well, not necessarily photorealistic, but the facial features are a little bit more accurate, and you don't have some of those weird distorted effects, is add another word or tag after the two links. So in this case, I'm going to say animated, and we'll go ahead and send that in and see if that works. So these definitely weren't the most accurate representation of the photograph of the man that we uploaded, but you can see here it does have a man on a background that looks somewhat similar to what we uploaded. So as you play around and tweak some of those settings, you may find a more accurate result, but at least in this result, the facial features look like they actually make sense and belong there. So this is just kind of a quick overview of the blend tool. Really, really cool feature of Midjourney, and I definitely recommend you give it a shot, and I think you're going to create some awesome stuff. Thank you so much for checking out today's video. I really hope that you found it helpful, and if you did, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to hit that notification bell because I've got a lot more great AI content coming out soon. I'll see you in the next video.